Supposedly, she's supposed to be working there for like 2 months.
Yep. It's Rachel. Hello, Rachel.
Hi.
This is Derek.
Hi.
Hello.
We're doing a podcast.
Doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Heck
Can you
yeah.
move my stuff out of the way?
Yeah, sure.
I'll try to be quiet.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh boy. Welcome back to the good, the bad, and the bloody. I'm Derek Brown.
I'm Cody Bowden.
And we watched The Boy. Oh boy.
Oh, fuck you. Now I know why you're doing that. I thought you were doing some weird, like, Hanna-Barbera cartoon thing. Like,
My son.
not that really, but like there were these like bear characters in the cartoon, and they go like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, Yogi Bear.
No. Did Yogi Bear say, oh boy?
Maybe.
Hey, boo boo. Hey, oh boy. No, he never said it, oh boy.
What's the matter, Yogi?
I found out that I have chlamydia. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
You son of a bitch. You're ruining Hanna-Barbera.
Ruined himself. Or herself. Oh,
It's two people.
Didn't think about it.
It's two people, Cody.
Well, who created God? If God created all this, maybe he created himself. Or herself. Oh. Anyway, let's talk about the show. Earlier we were talking about Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which I never talked to you about on the show. Is that considered a horror movie?
No.
Okay.
No.
And listeners, I don't mean that in the way that you might think. I love that movie, but there are some parts that are genuinely freaky. Any dream sequence, the part with Large Marge.
Yeah.
I mean, the attempt.
It's by someone who's done horror before.
Yeah, Tim Burton. And you know, there's a lot more scares in that movie than, for example, the last movie we watched, which was Eaters.
Yeah.
Like literally more scares than that. Like I still watch it and get the chills when I watch a Large Marge scene. And not for nostalgic reasons.
What about Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice used to be scary. It's a little dated now. If you watch it again, like the special effects with like the snake rail and all that stuff, just kind of dumb. But Beetlejuice is funny. I like his character. And the cartoon show was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nobody
else seems to remember that TV show.
I even remember the theme song.
Well, you got me there.
But that was
I don't remember it.
That was a good part of the show. It didn't have words or anything. It was just this kind of cool roller coaster thing. It's like Rugrats. Although you can kind of sing Rugrats, couldn't you? Fuck it.
I don't know. So this is the second movie we watched in 1 week.
Yeah, and for us, well, I mean, we do watch. People watch a lot of movies in general.
I certainly do.
Yeah, but as far as like movies for the show, I think we're being very productive right now. We're being creative.
Oh my goodness!
But this wasn't. I haven't seen anything for this movie, The Boy.
I know you were saying that.
Yeah.
On the way from the theater.
And I'm glad I walked into it blind, because that's always nice to walk into stuff blind. Like, if I didn't see the trailer for Goodnight Mommy, I might have rated it like a point higher. You know, it's reasons like that.
A 0.1.
Maybe a 0.1. Maybe a 0.1.
Maybe it wouldn't have been on our bottom 10.
Yeah. Fucking don't mislead people is all I'm saying. But what was the trailer like for this movie? What was the trailer like?
It all focused on just setting up the rules for watching the doll, The Boy.
Oh, really? They went through, like,
yeah,
breakfast and then songs.
You must wake him up at 7 exactly. You must feed him. No loud music in the trailer. You always must tuck him in. No guests. And you must never leave him. Oh, and then, of course, when, like, the spooky shit starts happening in the trailer, it was like, if you do good to him, he'll be good to you. And if you do bad to him...
And the old man's like, shut the fuck up. Wait, so, that was, in the trailer, did it say, like, never to leave him, or he must never leave the house?
Never leave him.
Because one of the rules that she was handed on the paper said that he must never leave the house. which makes sense because it's like, well, I mean, there's a huge twist in this movie, like shit that Shyamalan dreams about and then forgets to write down. So then he makes an Avatar 2. So
the Book of Earth.
oh man, you know he's going to. Wait, what was the first one called?
Well, it's not really called anything, but in the TV show, the first season was water,
and then earth, and then fire, and then air,
and then stuff.
Fuck your ass.
I wasn't a big fan of that show.
No, yeah, everyone says it's great, but I mean, like, who has the time?
I don't.
I know, we don't have the time.
No, I'm watching terrible movies.
I mean, there's always time for a song, but everyone's British in this movie, so I'm just thinking about it.
Except for the American babysitter, who's played by a British actress.
Really?
Yeah.
How funny is that? And her abusive husband, who makes an appearance. You don't expect him to make an appearance.
Oh,
that was tense, man.
I was figuring he was gonna show up.
Like I said, dude. Like I said when we watched Sinister 2, the scariest part of this movie is probably the domestic violence.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrifying, bro.
I got very uncomfortable in my seat.
I got scared, bro.
When he got up and was just like, hey, just like trying to touch her and stuff. I was just like, no.
I was like, bro, no, don't touch her, bro.
I got PTSD back to Sinister 2 when it was just like, no, if you excuse me, I'm going to go in there and fuck my wife.
Yeah. It's like, good luck, buddy. No, literally, good luck.
Eat your fucking mashed potatoes.
Eat your peas.
Please.
Eat your peas, Professor. Where do we start with this movie, man? I mean, gosh, I don't really know. It was pretty packed in that theater. Is this opening night though?
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's why.
It's the next showing after this is like 7, so it might be more packed.
Yeah.
Then
I'm kind of out of touch with like the people who usually go to movies, which would honestly be high schoolers. Like they go to the more movies than anyone else.
Yeah.
Maybe at least here, you know.
They go to more scary movies than anybody else.
Oh, yeah. So I'm not sure if this was an anticipated movie or if it was just date night because it's, it's a weekend.
It's Friday.
No,
Gotta hang yourself on Friday.
Okay, there we go. It's better.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, did you think this movie was going to be kind of big?
I did not expect it to be that many people.
There aren't any like names in this movie that are big.
The only person is Lauren Cohan, who is in The Walking Dead.
Was that her?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Huh. I mean, I haven't really watched The Walking Dead too much. So that's the main character in this movie, is the wife of the Asian guy in The Walking Dead. That's literally how I know her, man.
Maggie from The Walking Dead.
Maggie, that's her name. What's the guy's name?
Glenn.
Glenn?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not like Wing Chang Ya, Wing Ching Ya?
His full name is Glenn Wong Ching Chong.
God. Can we get any more racist? Just listen. Watch this.
Get ready, because this ain't funny.
My name is Mike D, and it's about to get money. Oh, okay, well. Yeah, so.
This woman, Greta.
Yeah, her name is Greta. That's so weird.
That's such a German, British, European name.
Honestly, I wish people had different names nowadays. Now everyone's name is fucking Aiden. And Aiden.
And also, don't forget Aiden.
Yeah, how can you forget Aiden? Wait, what's the popular girl's name right now?
Sarah.
I couldn't say, honestly. Probably something like... It's something that sounds like Aiden. It's like a
Megan.
No, it's like Noe or some shit.
Noelle,
maybe. I don't know. It's got to be something
I don't know many
sounding.
girls, Cody. You're making me sweaty.
Well, I don't know many baby girls, though. That's the thing,
Yeah.
I mean, because the court said I have to stay like at least 50 feet away from it. No, I'm just kidding.
Speaking of restraining orders.
Yeah, this movie had one wicked head bone. No. Wicked smart guy coming in.
Greta comes to babysit in England to get away from America.
Because the guy is abusing her and hunting her down.
His name was Cole.
Yeah.
Her husband.
Were they married?
Boyfriend.
I don't think they were married, man.
One of the two. They wouldn't have gotten that far.
No, she would have stopped. She wanted him to leave him alone, so it beats me.
Yeah, so you only find that out really through little things here
it's
and
not
there.
right away. In fact, I think
first they mention a restraining order.
There's like 20 minutes of solid movie before anything is mentioned about the actual main character.
Yeah.
Right?
Crazy stuff. I recognized the one main guy who also works for this elderly couple named Malcolm in the movie. and he's like their delivery man.
He's a grocery boy / man. Well, what did you recognize him from?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up while we're talking, but
Okay.
he was an interesting character. Instantly tried to flirt.
I like this character.
Use his British charm.
Dude, that's like that was a perfect example of like British like humor. It was like very dry, and he was just very serious, but it was funny, you know.
Heck yeah.
I don't know. So it really seemed like the person that wrote this movie had a good touch on like not really British culture, but I would just say like dialogue. It just seemed like a very genuine back and forth between an American girl and like a British guy.
Yeah.
And you may be like, how would you know? I've seen it before, man. So I mean,
He's the agent guy from Hellboy.
he is.
Yeah.
He did not age very well. Wait, he's the new agent that comes in the first Hellboy.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, yeah.
He's the one that's like Hellboy's human sidekick.
Well, he didn't have a British accent in that movie.
Yeah, so shame on you.
Is he from Britain? Is he from the UK?
Yeah.
Really?
British people are really good at hiding their accents.
Actually, not really. I would honestly say that that generally British people can do better American impressions, but I'd say it's about the same, really, if you were to look at it like you know, the general populace. I've heard some really bad impressions of British people trying to sound American.
The first one they go for is the Southern drawl.
It's really fucking funny, man. They're like, howdy, y'all. It sounds like Russian. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Or they go for the surfer dude like Saw, dude.
Saw, dude. They do. They do the surfer dude pretty good, though. That's the go-to. They go, Saw, dude. Want to go to, like, California? Saw, dude. Saw, dude. I can't even do it.
go down to the South. They get to Alabama. Let's hang 10.
Bro.
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 Like,
BROH.
circle up some cattle. Ha!
Oh, experiencing high tide. I gotta stop saying that.
But anyway, yeah,
I've been on a
I
side
guess
date,
he's
dude.
from that, which he was really good in that.
That's pretty good.
That was a whole 12 years ago.
That was 12 years ago. How old is this actor, man?
38.
That's crazy. That's how old Zooey Deschanel is.
Wow.
Actually, she's like 36.
Wow.
34 to 36. Did you know that?
Nope.
Dude, they're old, man. And her sister is Bones. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Too?
Bones.
I didn't know that. I prefer Zoe's sister over Zoe. Like, as far as appearance goes. Because she's got that, like, Jodie Foster kind of, like, you know, limitless, like, face.
I don't even need to know anymore.
It's just, like, she will never age, and if she does, it looks totally fine.
Yep. As soon as you compared her to Jodie Foster, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's why he likes her.
You look at her and be like, you're 50 years old. You're hot. You know, you wouldn't be like, oh, I would have never known that you were 60. You look a day past 30. You know?
Oh my
It's not the
gosh.
weird uncanny valley, you know?
What, like CGI?
Or like Dolly Parton. But that's besides the point.
Oh
We're
my
not
God.
talking about Dolly Parton. We're talking about a real doll, Derek. The boy.
Now, when I saw the trailer for this,
Yes.
I knew it was probably going to be silly. This movie was going to have to work really hard to not be silly.
Well, it was silly at some points.
Because, like, as soon as they come in and they're like, oh, let us give you a tour around the house. Aw.
The old woman's like, she's British as fuck, dude. Let's give you a tour around the house. Ha! Saw, dude. Dude, saw. Dude, saw. Saw, dude. I gotta stop, dude. It's gonna kill me, dude. That's gonna be in my graves. That's gonna be my tombstone. It's gonna say, here lies Cody. Saw, dude.
SUUUHHHH. Dude.
Or it'd be like one word. SUHDUD.
So, dude.
Saw, dude.
Somebody comes in. So, dude, hey?
So, dude.
Anyway.
Must be foreign.
They give a tour around the house, come up on old
Pillsbury
man,
Hill. Oh,
the father,
yes.
like coddling over the boy. And you're like, oh, okay. And of course, if you haven't seen shit about this movie, you're like,
this is
oh,
weird.
this is neat. And then all of a sudden he turns around. It's a fucking doll just sitting there right in the chair.
Yeah. Just a little boy doll.
Oh,
And you're like, what? And you think that they're both crazy. And I guess they are. They are both crazy. It's really weird. The
but
twist in
not
this
in the
movie
way you think.
The twist in this movie is crazy. I mean, like, now that I know it, I just want to say it. Because it makes so much sense.
But you gotta hold off until the end.
We'll wait until we're getting...
Because this is one of those ones we can't just throw out there like we just don't care.
No, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like maybe the doll is possessed or something, or there's got to be something weird about the doll. So she's alone in this house for 2 months.
Or, just they're crazy.
Yeah.
A la The Visit.
It could be crazy.
So, of course, she laughs when she first sees it. She's just like, saw.
And then the parents are like, why are you laughing at my child?
And then she realizes and she's like, oh my god, they're retarded. Not really. They're just kooky.
Yeah, well, something. So then it's kind of a perfect situation for her to be in. She wants to get away, far away from this man who is breaking his restraining order. I don't know how extreme this man is. He must have been extreme. It preludes to that because she's in Great Britain for crying out loud, right?
Yeah.
It's like, how bad does this guy have to be?
How do you hear about a stint job like that?
Yeah, it's like, I gotta get away from Montana. And it's like, oh yeah, where are you gonna go? The UK. He can't find me there. Little does she know.
Oh my goodness.
He finds her there. But that's later. Much later.
Yes.
That's something I didn't think would be a focus on this story.
Really?
I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna really come into play so much. I thought it was just gonna be like the reason she's over there.
This is another one of these movies like The Forest where Americans shouldn't go away from America.
Yeah, well...
Because The Forest was like, I'm going to go to Japan, and then shenanigans ensue.
Man.
And then this is, I'm going to go to UK,
Dude,
and
you're
shenanigans
right.
ensue.
Oh my god, Derek. We were just talking about that. White people going to places they shouldn't belong.
Well, this time it was more white people, but...
That's true, but it's a different... What is with that? They're like they keep making movies to keep Americans in like America. What's the deal with that?
Make America great again.
I guess. It's just like, see what happens when you leave our country? Weird shit.
Why would you ever want to leave? I mean, come on.
Did you make a movie like based here? That's not like all the other ones, where like someone from like the UK comes over to like Detroit and just gets like shot. And everyone's like, why would I ever leave the UK?
That movie would be 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
You'd get off the plane and...
No, what would happen is he'd get off and he'd go, excuse me, can you tell me how to get to Cleveland? And
did you just call me a nigga?
They're just like taking advantage of him being like polite and British. They're just like, oh man, he's talking like the fucking Monopoly man. He must have some cash on him. Fucking stab.
Clock.
Pull out like euros and like pounds. What the fuck is this?
I don't need this Monopoly money.
Bitch.
Yeah. This is...
Okay, well.
Oh my god. So... Like, some of the rules are you can't leave the doll alone.
Yeah.
Or the boy. Because this is a true blue boy, don't you know?
Yeah.
Play his loud-ass music that no boy should like.
And I can't remember what... She's like, I'm surprised he can't even go on without the music.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
He wouldn't be able to go on with himself if he didn't have his music.
Yeah. Which,
it's like, fuck you.
If you think later, it's just kind of dumb. Oh, I totally realize what the music is for.
Oh?
That's gross.
Did
you think about it?
No, no.
It covers up a lot of noise, Derek.
Yeah. No. Anyway. So.
We'll talk about that
later. So, I think she works there for like a week and then they leave on a trip.
Yeah, she says that they say that they're going to a trip and they haven't been out for so long that they're not used to it.
Or wait, no, it was a few days. Then she left. Or then they left because after they left on the trip, there was a scene of Malcolm showing up and he's like, here's your first week's pay.
I think a week had passed. They left on the same day that she arrived.
It was...
They did.
Let's go watch it again.
Damn it, we could. I mean, but it's very slow stuff. Honestly, when she starts taking care of the boy, well, we'll just call him Bram, the boy.
Brams.
She does what any reasonable person would do, and just throws a blanket over the doll and says, "Fuck this!
Yeah.
I ain't gonna like do random, boring, stupid, pointless shit for a doll. I'm just gonna hang out in the house.
This is fucking dumb."
Yeah. So then, like, it kind of tricks you. This movie in the beginning makes it seem like spooky shit's happening, but like, it could just be coincidence. It could be accidental.
Could be Maybelline. You just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like the blanket on the doll. Like after a day, like falls off the doll. The blanket's on the ground. It looks like it might have just fallen from gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she throws... Oh, another great part is where she throws the doll into a chair because it's freaking her out still.
Mm-hmm.
And she has she comes back to it later on, and it looks like the doll's crying, and she's like, "Holy fuck!" But then she looks at the ceiling, and the ceiling is dripping.
Yeah, that was so funny.
It could not be any more perfect. That's that.
Yes, that's like Twilight Zone shit.
Seriously.
Right there, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But let's talk about the real scares in this. Her dreams. She has so many bad dreams.
Yeah, they're bad because they're jump scares.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate when it's just a dream and it's a jump scare. I mean,
it was all a dream.
To be fair, both times she had a dream, she would wake up and creepier shit was actually happening.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, what was really weird is that each time she was in her dream, she wore skimpier clothing.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Like, in the first dream, she's wearing, like, this very silky nightgown.
Oh, yeah, and then she grabs a candle.
Yeah, and then
like,
when she wakes up, she's, like, in a sweater and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I was like...
That's weird, isn't it?
You can't trick me.
No, that's strange. Well, I mean, like...
I appreciated it.
Most of my dreams, I'm not wearing pants. You know?
I'm not wearing anything at all.
Yeah.
That you know about.
Oh. A lot of people are like... Why do people have dreams that they're scared of when they're waking up without pants?
I don't know.
That seems like an advantageous situation. If you could be in a public place without pants on and no one criticize you. I don't know.
I wish I could do that. It's called the beach. Look it up.
Just imagine him without clothes on. Oh no, he's hot. Anyway.
Oh my god. So yeah, this spooky stuff happens. Always like noise all around the house.
Yeah, creaking, and it's a very old house.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't look a day over 100.
Yeah.
You rude ass. So she goes investigating in the attic with like the highest pull down stairs I've ever seen.
Yeah, she literally uses a harpoon to try to get at it.
Which is great.
And then spooky shit happens, wakes up from the dream, then it's open, so she's like, what? She goes up there, and then some force just accidentally locks the thing back up.
Yeah, and this was right before she was just supposed to go on a professional outing.
Yeah, with...
A date.
Malcolm. Malcolm.
Come on, think British.
That's true.
Malcolm is the British Michael.
When I think of Malcolm, I think... Oh, it is, isn't it?
Maybe, yeah.
No, maybe it's me, Blaine. But she's stuck up there, and this is where, like... That's honestly where the first, like, physical things start happening to her. Because before, it's just, like, random stuff.
And during that whole scene, she's in a towel, so I appreciated it.
Yeah, because, like...
Again, because... Come on, it's Lauren Cohan.
Exactly. So, because it all starts there, like, Bram, like, took her clothes away. And this is what's weird.
Dirty little rascal.
Like, I thought it might have been Malcolm. Because, you know, like, the doll has been tricking you into thinking it does stuff, but it really hasn't done anything yet.
Just him trying to be a British flirt.
Yeah.
Oh no, I took all your clothes. What are we gonna do now?
Exactly. I don't know.
Now I call to be British now.
Yeah, but
forever.
But then when she's trapped in the attic, she looks out the window and he's out there in his car, like getting ready for, like, you know, coming to pick her up for the date, the night out.
Spraying himself down in the mouth, the crotch.
Ew.
He's getting fresh.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, I guess he really didn't do that. You know, he didn't play a weird, cheeky British trick on a supposedly haunted house. So, you know, she gets caught up there. She leaves. He didn't hear anything. And she pretty much just faints up in the attic.
And lays there all night.
But, like, that's what I'm talking about, though. It's a great example of, like, the movie is, like, tricking you into thinking stuff is happening. Because when she faints, she thinks she sees someone up there, but it's just, like, a coat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
That was fantastic.
All over the place. It's good, though. It builds really good atmosphere for when stuff actually does happen.
There's also a weird bit sometime after that where all of a sudden she starts realizing that the doll is moving around by itself. And she all of a sudden has this realization like, oh, I actually got to play by the rules.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, oh my god, she's twigged, you know? Like this is really weird.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden she's just very accepting of the whole situation.
Well, I would be too, because, like, you know, demonic spirit kind of stuff happening, right? Like, you better play by the rules, and she also remembered, you know, if you're nice to the doll, it's nice to you. If you're bad to the doll, it's bad to you. Please, Mr. Harris. But that's also a thing. Before she started acting nice to the doll, it was pretty extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it literally, like, sat up on the bed. It didn't move by itself, but it was, like, sitting upright on the bed. And she was like, what the fuck? I did not put you like that. And then, like, she got scared and closed the door, and then it started talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
It, like...
Through the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, like a little... No, and through the door. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like, she heard his voice. She was like, please come out.
And it moved like a food tray in front of the door.
It made her...
Made her PB&J. I mean, what a gentleman.
Which was kind of nice, actually. Because then you realize, maybe he's not like a evil spirit.
He's not malicious. He's just misunderstood.
And the movie was actually kind of fun after that. Like,
Yeah.
in an amusing way instead of like a scary way. Because then it was like, you know, oh, she's just taking care of this, like, nice ghost. It's like a weird Casper situation.
Yeah. Oh, there was a bit that reminded me of the original Poltergeist movie.
What's that?
Where she tries to show Malcolm that the doll moves by itself. And she has like a chalk outline around its ass.
Yeah. They did that with the chairs.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, in the original Poltergeist.
Exactly. Where the mom's like, look, Carol Ann can scoot along the floor. Isn't that just whimsical? All this stuff. But then, like, in this, she's like, okay, we draw chalk around his ass. Now let's leave. All right, Brahms, we're going to go now. You be good. And then they leave, and then they're like, oh, you got to wait here for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then go back in. He doesn't move. She's just like, oh my God, please do this for me.
Yeah, and she says, if you don't move, I'm going to leave. And that probably freaked Brahm out. And he's like, fuck, I got to move now. So then she, like...
He's shaking in his little porcelain boots.
Yeah. So then they go into the room. She knocks on the door to let him know that they're out of the room. And then you hear, like, a whole bunch of footsteps, like, really loud. And now I know why. It's crazy. Like, a lot of footsteps. Like, very fast, very loud. And then she runs back in there. And Brahm is, like, hiding behind the door. And it's like, what? The doll fucking moved. What the hell?
He's in a different place every time.
Dude, every time she talks to this doll, I have a feeling that she was going to, like... The doll was going to talk back, you know?
I was waiting for it just to, like, open its mouth or move its eyes,
Yeah.
like, hey.
That's pretty good. No, I don't know. The eyes were the scary part. She kept staring into his eyes and he was just staring back.
Yeah.
That's honestly why.
With me knowing that this movie does jump scares, I was waiting for it to just all of a sudden be like, ah!
Well, it was like a child's play moment, right? When she's holding the doll and she's like, say something, damn it. And he's like, all right, fine. And it's like, fine.
Fuck you.
That was scary. Yeah, he says that, doesn't he?
He's like, ah!
You bitch. And he like stabs her. And it's
You
like,
rat bastard. I don't know.
It was scary, man. But, yeah, so then they're playing along with the doll, right?
Yeah.
And they're playing a little game, and now Malcolm, damn it.
He's British.
I can't think British. I'm not
Malcolm
British
in
for
middle.
little. He is stuck in the middle. So, like, now he's just, like, totally agreeing with her that it moves on its own, so he's playing along with it. He's playing dad almost.
He's like, okay, that's all fun. We need to get the fuck out of here now.
Yeah, you know what I thought was going to happen? That it was going to be like, they were going to replace the original mom and dad. Like he was just going to get roped into it like he seemed like he was.
Yeah.
She was going to be way too into it.
I thought about that for a second, too. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This movie's going to jump like 30 years, and all of a sudden she's just like,
Yeah.
real old.
Right? And he's going to be like, fuck.
Still putting up with this.
Man, that's awful. But this is around the time when you see what the original parents are actually doing. Which is crazy.
They go kill themselves in the most,
Yeah.
like, legit way ever.
Really? I don't think I've ever seen anyone kill themselves that way.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it happen like this.
Me neither.
They drown themselves with big rocks in their pocket.
They do.
Because I've heard about it before. Like, Virginia Woolf, this author, apparently drowned herself, and I was like, how do you do that?
How do you drown yourself?
Apparently, you just walk out into the body of water, and it's just like, won't you float? Not if you have a big rope of rock.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, people drown because they get tired and stuff, but, like, how horrible must that be? Just, like, know that you're way too heavy to even try to stay afloat. You're just walking in the bottom of the sea. But they put, like, one rock in their pocket.
That's like as big as her head.
No, it's like a 5-pound rock. At most, Derek. Like, maximum 5-pound rock. I get that they're old people. But it fit in his, like, Pico. He's just like, ooh, what a nice pebble.
It takes 5 pounds to kill an old man. That's
guess
what this
so.
movie's saying.
Yeah. Well, they
Gotta
didn't-
write that down.
You think they would struggle a little bit too, like, because they are drowning. They wouldn't be like, oh, I'm drowning now. All right.
Maybe they took some Valium too, so they're just really relaxed about it.
They're old, so they're always just on medication. Anyway.
just let it take you. Man.
Well, before they died, they write Bram specifically. Note.
Dear beloved son.
Like a little letter. And the only important part in the letter was, God forgive us. And,
God forgive us all.
And she's yours now. They say the girl is yours, and it's like, what? But she's too busy taking care of Brom to notice that letter came in. So Brom took it before she did.
And then,
Which is like, what?
and then also her husband shows up, or boyfriend, whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's her boyfriend. She would not have married him. She got accidentally pregnant, too.
Yeah, he's the biggest tool in the shed.
Yes, he is. It's some crazy stuff, Rachel. There's some crazy stuff.
I can tell.
Some crazy stuff. It's a good movie. But
Had a ponytail, a
yeah.
douchey beard.
Oh yeah. No, he did. He had and it was in a man bun too. Yeah. And he comes in there talking about how he's working for a new hotel
business.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, who cares?
She obviously doesn't want him to be there.
And she's just holding the doll, just and he's like, yes, aren't you glad I found you? And he pulls out 2 plane tickets, and he's like, we're going back. And she's like, no.
Quit this doll shit. And she's just like, no.
Yeah. And
This is serious stuff.
that's pretty much the climax after he just shows up. It's
because they pulled the Amityville Horror, and he wakes up to a bloody note saying, "Get out."
yeah, that's because Bram. Well, Bram puts it there, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. I just want to mention that it pretty much was perfect timing for him to show up because it was almost routine by the time that he does that they're just taking care of Bram, and the guy's totally falling for it too. Malcolm. See, I got it.
Yay!
He's just going along with it too. He's like, all right, we'll go on a date some other time or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. It just breaks it up really nicely. And I totally forgot about him too, being a problem. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was a phone call in between scenes where they mentioned that he got her address, but it sounded like he was just going to write a letter. Really?
Do I look like the writing type? No, he doesn't. He doesn't even look like he can read.
Probably not.
See? Spot.
Run.
Don't rush me, man.
Damn it, Terry. Oh, man. So, yeah, he gets there and he's... God, he gives off, there's some great acting in this movie, man.
Some alpha male bowl.
Yeah, he's, so aggressive. You totally believe that he, beat the crap out of her before. They did 10 and 2 in the ring, you know what I mean? Just no, just kidding.
Oh my God.
That's awful. No, I'm just kidding. Because at one point she mentions that she was with the child, but then he had one of his fits, and then she lost the baby, and it's Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Say what you want about the guy from Sinister 2. At least he didn't
kill his children.
Yeah.
Right? He just force fed them mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
That is a punishment.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's so weird.
For him, it was just normal life. That was great. And then we talked about it. I mentioned Sinister 2 during this movie.
Yeah.
How funny it would be if she went in the attic and the kids were watching 8mm films up there.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck? And they're just like, oh, sorry.
Wrong movie.
There's kids in this movie still, though, so it's okay.
No, that Get Out was just great.
Yeah, with the dead rats just running around.
From outside.
That's that was so cliche, though.
Yeah.
At that point, you're like, come on.
What is this, a joke? No, the doll did it. The fucking... I told you not to joke with me. All this stuff.
Yeah, and this is where Cole does the craziest thing that you can imagine in this movie. Because everyone throughout this entire movie is taking such good care of this doll. Even when she is freaked out by it, she doesn't really throw it or get mad at it. She puts it down and just stares at it for a while.
Do you know how fragile porcelain is?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Because I don't. I need a reference here.
Yeah, okay.
But it looks fragile.
Yeah, and it was, as demonstrated by Cole.
Yeah.
So we can get around.
Gotta have the right tool to break it.
Oh my god, Derek. Fuck you. So this is the crazy shit. So he gets so pissed, he grabs the doll by the ankles and just smashes it on this chair.
Oh man.
And then that's when
face breaks in a million pieces.
That's when I don't care when you come into this movie, the whole time you're just you're gonna be like, what the hell is gonna happen now? What is gonna happen? We had no idea what was going to happen, right?
Man, I was
What
so...
would you have guessed?
I don't even know.
Like a poltergeist thing where the house just like implodes.
Yeah. Everybody died. The end. You know, but... Oh my god, I was sitting there just all tensed up. I was like, oh my god.
I know.
What's gonna happen? Is their congressman gonna walk in and just see
What would he
this?
think?
Yeah.
I swear, man, that was the scariest thing.
They tossed the taxes, now this.
Yeah. The people behind us in the movie theater, when the doll broke and like one of the eyeballs rolled out, like they were just like, oh my god, it's a real eye. Did you hear that?
No.
It was some stupid white girl. She's like, holy cow. That's a real eyeball in there. And the guy next to her's like, what? And then the guy next to him was like, oh, saw, dude. Dude, saw.
Oh my god. But what happens is the nuttiest thing to where I couldn't have predicted it.
No, none of us could.
Even when there was that sly Black Christmas thing earlier.
Yeah.
With
if
the
you've
phone
seen
call.
that movie, which I doubt you have.
If you've seen any of the 2 movies of it.
Yeah.
The original and the remake.
So the walls start like creaking and shifting. And there's a lot of noise.
The
now.
lights go flicker on and off.
That didn't
the
make
walls ooze green slime.
No, they always did that.
Yeah. What was that third thing? Oh yeah, Cole goes up against this mirror and it's just like, what's that sound? And the mirror explodes and I was like, oh god, here it comes.
And then like it's just showing like the inside of the house. And you're like, is that the inside of the house? Is that a portal? What is that?
Is it the ghost dimension?
And then all of a sudden you hear like a little boy's voice. Just
and then
saying,
this
like,
arm reach out and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like, oh fuck, ghosts are crawling out of the walls. And then it's
a man in a mask.
a man. It's the boy. At 26 years old or so. Like a 30-year-old man. 30-year-old man.
28.
28? You did the math?
Well, because that's how old they said he would have been if he was still alive. Because he died on his 8th birthday. That was 20 years ago.
Oh, that's... Why did I think of that? Yeah, and then you're just like, wait, what? And then you just realize, holy shit, the doll wasn't possessed. He was just moving the doll around, and he's been in the house the whole time. And he's just crazy, like Michael Myers, like Freddy Krueger motherfucker.
He's been here since the whole time.
And we didn't even talk about why he would have been dead.
The killer was in the house the whole time.
Damn it, Terry. So, I mean, it is a weirdly big house, too. So there's obviously a lot of secret rooms and stuff. And that's when you realize, oh shit, that's how he's getting around, too. Like, through the mirror. No, I'm just kidding.
Like Jason in the remake.
Exactly.
He had the underground tunnels and stuff.
Yeah. Kind of stupid in that movie, but good example. But how he died was in a fire, and they said that there was, like, nothing left of him. So it's like, that should have tipped us off, but I didn't even think about it, you know? Like, his room was, like, boarded up and had scorch marks all over the outside of the house, but, like, I mean, that should have tipped me off, too, because it was a very exclusive fire. It was like, oh, hold on a sec. Only this room is allowed to be on fire.
It's that damn room.
Yeah, it's that damn room. So, it's crazy. So then everything, like, makes a lot of sense. So that's why you can't be watching him when he moves, because he's the one coming out of the walls and moving.
Yeah. Doll never moves on screen.
Oh, it's so fucking
My god, this movie pulled 2 genres.
Yeah. Which is,
in the last, 20 minutes turns into a slasher flick.
Yeah, and he's a huge guy, too. He's, 6'8".
How does living in the walls make you just a shit brick house?
I don't know. That seems to be how it is with everyone, like Mike Myers and,
You'd think you'd have, this. Or,
Well, he can't... No, see, he has to, live off of, rat meat and... I don't know. No, he had, a TV in the attic and everything.
And the leftovers and stuff. And whatever Doritos and Mountain Dew that he could get a hold of.
He ate the leftovers, didn't he? Yeah. That's why she said not to throw out any of the food.
Yeah.
Man, my mind is being blown again. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
I know, man.
Yeah, this movie's
But
crazy.
then other parts of this movie get very confusing.
Like what?
I can't think of anything now. But I was still very confused when they
how
revealed
stuff
it.
happens?
Yeah. Certain shit happened. Some of it just
Like when he made the sandwich? Or...
moved way too quick in the walls if it wasn't paranormal activity.
Well, he was very loud. You know? So he was moving quick. I mean,
I
it's
don't know.
not like
I'm
he
going to
was
have to watch this movie again.
Jesus. He wasn't tiptoeing around, that's all I know. But
Can't tiptoe in that old house.
yeah, so now like
You just push like one little pinky toe somewhere, and all of a sudden,
yeah. So Agnes, what's her name?
Greta.
Greta is having the realization that everyone else in the theater's having. She's like, I've been taking care of a worthless doll. There's a man-child in my house. So then he comes at her, like, fucking swinging, and he grabs a piece of mirror and kills her boyfriend, right? And, like, that's when it's like, ah, shit.
That was fun.
He's not here to fuck around.
Well, at least he killed the one guy that deserved to die.
Exactly. But then, yeah.
I'm all down for watching wife beaters get killed.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All day, every day.
But just like Sinister 2.
Yeah.
That guy got lit on fire.
Yeah,
There
that
are a
was
lot of
great.
parallels to Sinister 2 in this movie. Demonic children, possessed stuff, man-children. Children killers? Child killers. Children killing children as children. Child murderers.
Like Children of the Corn.
No. That movie was gay. Anyway.
Which one? There were like 10 of them.
All 10 of them, Derek. I've never seen one that I like. But
Oh, okay.
there's... Yeah, like you said earlier, it becomes a slasher. And
Yeah.
it like immediately becomes a slasher and it just gets nuts. Like crazy, man.
Well, actually, after he kills Cole, it becomes kind of tame again.
Really?
But it's still
well,
kind of
it's
tense
controlled,
where
but
he
it's
is.
tense for a different reason.
And gosh, is that mask freaky.
That's scary. Yeah.
Porcelain face
No.
with these wild red eyes behind it. Ugh.
But here's what I was saying,
It's
Derek.
unpleasant to
He's
say
a
the
mix
least.
between all the classic horror monsters. Like slashers. He's like okay, listen, he's like Jason Voorhees because he listens to his mommy, right?
Sure.
Right?
I'll give
right?
you that.
And he's wearing
He's like Freddy because he's wearing a fashionable sweater.
well, no, he's like Freddy because he was in a fire.
Oh,
And he's
that
like
too.
and he's like Mike Myers because he's a giant hulking man-child.
No, that's Jason.
That's both of them.
No, the mask would be the closest thing to Michael because it's a white stoic face, not a hockey mask.
There. See, well, it still
Okay.
works. It still works.
All bleeding through Billy from Black Christmas. I will show you this
Billy.
movie sometime.
Well, does Billy wear a mask?
No,
Oh.
but he lives in the walls and stuff. And he calls people on the phone in the house, and it's just like you hear retching and squealing and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like Billy, all this.
Well, this movie had a good approach to someone living in the walls, because if you told me that, that's not very scary. Because it's like, you find the guy, shoot him. but the way that they made him like alive through the doll, something that wasn't hiding, that's scary, man. That's some spooky shit. Do you know if the parents totally knew that he was there?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, never mind. Because I was gonna say, like, how do you get all that shit?
they were gonna leave him, her. Remember,
Yeah.
to
What
be
does that even mean?
to be his caretaker and potential lover.
But
I
then
don't
what
know.
would she have done after 2 months? Just like, I guess I'm here forever? She would not have. What was gonna happen, dude? It was gonna fall apart no matter what. It was
was
gonna
all-
go to hell.
That stack of dominoes was gonna fall like a house of cards.
Checkmate. But, so, there's a slasher part, and they're running away from running through the house and all that stuff. And
The
then,
goofiest part about all that is that he comes to like attack her or whatever, and she's just, or no, she makes out and then turns around and goes,
I gotta go back for Malcolm in the Middle.
"I gotta find Malcolm."
Jason! I gotta find Jason. So she does turn around and go back.
And of course he's waiting there, and she's like, "Bedtime," and he's like,
And that's what...
"Excuse me."
And that's... No, that's what I'm talking about. It's exactly like Friday the 13th in that aspect.
Exactly.
She's
yeah.
like, Jason, listen to me.
Because they did that in 2 of the movies, Part 2 and Part 4.
Did?
Yeah,
They
in
did?
Part 2, this
Part
woman,
1, it was the mom, wasn't it?
that was the killer, yeah. Sorry for
Man.
anyone that hasn't seen
Oh,
that, but
it's been like 30 years.
Yeah.
They haven't seen it
but
yet.
Part 2, like, the main final girl dresses up in one of his mom's fashionable sweaters, to say the least. And
Oh, yeah.
she, like, gives him a scold talking to him, and he's just like,
Mommy?
"Mom?"
He's like, that's totally my mom.
And
She's
then-
wearing the same sweater.
And then Part 4, Corey Feldman shaves his head and pretends he's, like, a little Jason, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's dumb.
That
That's how kids get kidnapped, though, man. It's just like, if you're that stupid to like think that someone wearing the same sweater as your mom is your mom.
Jason's retarded. I don't know what to
I mean,
tell
he
you.
was. He was drowned in the lake. There you go.
Or, according to Part 2, he might have survived and lived in the woods.
Mystery
Living
solved
off of
gang.
rat bodies and Absolutely mind-boggling.
Astonishing, Batman. What the fuck are we talking about?
Best parts, worst parts?
Yeah, you can tell it ends there. You know, she goes back.
She
and
makes
says,
it out.
She pretty much just like catches him when he's like off guard because he thinks that, you know, oh shit, she is back for good. Tricks him into thinking that they're in the routine again. Escapes, murders him, all that crap.
Yes.
But anyway, best scene, worst scene.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
Okay, well, shoot for yours first because I'm trying to think here.
My best scene was totally when Cole smashed the head.
Oh, yeah.
And then everything starts rumbling because I was just like, holy shit, what's going to happen now?
Oh, yeah, man. That was crazy. That was absolutely mind-boggling.
Yeah.
That'd probably be my favorite scene, too. Because that's when all the tension built up from either the mystery or, like, actual conflict. It's just all in the same moment of just like, well, now what?
Yeah.
And you know what? That's fucking perfect for that guy to be revealed there.
That was a good reveal.
Because if that shit happened, you expect something crazy. And what did we get?
Crazy.
We got crazy.
Crazy insane or insane crazy.
Yes. What was your least favorite scene?
For pure goofiness, it's the whole, like, he lays down in the bed and he's like, all right, good night. And then she tries walking away and then he grabs her hand and in his boy voice, he's like, good night, kiss. Through this big, hulking, bearded, muscle-bound dude. He's just like, good night, kiss. And she's like, no. He's like, that's your punishment. You've been a bad boy tonight. Walks away, grabs her really hard. He's just like, no.
Did you ever think about how the fuck that happened, man? Like, how did it come to that? He even mentions it, the dad. He's like, I don't know how it got like this or how it even came to this.
We indulged him too much. That spoiled little bastard.
But, like, what? Did they just go like, okay, so we made it look like you died in the fire so you don't go to jail forever. How about you live in the walls and I'll make a doll and pretend it's you and you can watch vicariously?
Yeah.
Where the fuck that come from?
We will deal with 20 years of people thinking we're just insane.
Yeah. Why? And then why'd they kill himself?
That's also kind of the goofy bit. Is that it took him that long to, like, either just tear ass out of there or kill themselves. I would have given up after, like, a month. I would have been like, you're on your own, kid.
I would have been like, this is retarded. Get out of my house.
I would have let him just go to jail.
But he was a big motherfucker. Maybe that's why they got so scared. Well, what about the years before he got big?
Exactly.
Like the 9 through, like, 14 years.
I don't care how buff you are. At 9 years old, I will kick the crap out of you.
Dude, have you ever heard of, like, old man strength? Like,
yes.
old people have, like, the strength that they just, like, that's what happens when they just, like, don't fight for, like, a decade or two.
Because all their muscle just turns into petrified oak.
It's like a spring. It's just locking back. And then that's how they get arthritis, because they don't release the anger.
Oh, my God.
That's all. My grandpa will never get sore. He beats me. So.
Your worst part.
Oh, yeah. But no, what would my least favorite scene be?
Yeah.
Gosh. Derek, I don't really know. Probably,
think about it.
It's tricky. Probably, I know, actually. I know immediately.
Dickhead.
No, that's not about it. No, that was great, because that added a lot to the fucking movie. I fucking shit myself. I was like, what is happening? No, he can't be here. She's gonna die. But when she gets locked in the attic, in her towel, and everything, like, and he's there to pick her up for that midnight out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's banging on the vent with a harpoon and screaming through it. He would have heard that.
Yeah.
There is no way he would not have heard that.
Yeah.
She's not screaming through a window, man. It was a wooden panel and she was like, and he was like, I guess she's not home.
I gotta find Greta.
Jason. It's fucking stupid. I don't know, Derek. Any afterthoughts?
You know what? Talking about this has made me like this movie a bit more than I did.
You didn't?
Because initially I was like,
it's okay.
Take it or leave it, but it's got a pretty good twist.
No, man. Just because you've seen Black Christmas. It's something you've probably seen before. I don't know about you, Derek, but I don't think anyone else has seen Black Christmas besides you. That's right. That's right. I'm making that assumption. Every single person on the face of the planet has not seen Black Christmas.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the people who remade Black Christmas never saw the original one.
Oh, this is a sick burn. Well, who remade it? Fuck if you know, fuck if you care.
Fuck if I know, fuck if I care.
Well, who made the original then, Derek?
Bob Clark?
No way.
I think.
No way. Didn't he do...
Death Dream. Didn't he also do A Christmas Story?
He did.
Was there actual Porkies? Was there even a Death Dream?
That's pretty great.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
That just reminded me, this movie was written by a woman named Linda, I believe. What was her name?
I
don't know. It was usually movies like this are written by like 3 people, and it's like 2 Asian guys and like some random like white guy. Well, this was single-handedly written by some woman who I've never heard of before.
The token white guy.
Well,
Yeah,
yes.
Bob Clark.
Bob Clark wrote that? Whoa. What?
He directed the original Black Christmas.
Well, that's interesting. That's for another podcast, though. Derek,
Another podcast.
Derek,
another episode.
what do you another? No, Derek, we're gonna make an entirely new podcast
No!
to review Bob Clark movies. It'll be called the Clarkcast
Oh my god.
or the Bobcast.
Pod Clark.
Clark Kent. Derek, what do you rate this movie out of 10 spooks? What do you give it?
Ooh.
It's tough, isn't it? Want me to get?
I'm gonna have to give it a half point because it didn't end with a jump scare.
That's sad when we're giving points to movies that don't do it now, instead of taking away from movies that do.
I'm gonna do that anyway. Instant half point off for any jump scare ending.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is like, ding, ding. Well, I guess everybody made it up.
The kids in the back of the theater thought it was going to jump out too. They were just like,
They're like, wait for it.
and it didn't happen.
And then they were like, oh.
Why do people not like that? Like, Jessie loves it when they jump out at the end, but like, and those people like,
Well, everybody's entitled to their own likings, but she is wrong, and everybody else is too.
I don't get why they wanted it. They're just like, oh, nothing jumped out at me in the very end, even though I went through a fucking roller coaster of an emotional experience. Like, that's not enough for you.
A roller coaster of genres,
God,
just jucking and jiving.
It's like they can't have their cake, and eat it too, man. They gotta like, everything has to be, I don't know. Everything's gotta jump out of them. I blame vape.
Wow.
Everything's
Again
so
with this.
stimulating. No, Derek, tell me your rating. Jesus.
6.5.
You get a 6.5?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I wasn't totally in love with the movie, but I liked what it did.
But you want to watch it again.
Yeah.
What is your logic behind that?
I gave Death Dream a 6.
Yeah, but Death
And I
Dream
like
I
that
would never
movie.
watch again.
Oh, you're a loser.
So stupid. Well, I'm a loser now.
Written
huh?
by Stacey Meneer, whoever that is.
I know, but it was damn good. It was well written.
Directed by William Brent Bell.
Never heard of it.
See,
See, this is a great underground movie, in my opinion.
Underground.
Well, you want to hear what I
You
give this
silly
movie?
bastard. Oh, he actually directed like one of the worst found footage films I've ever seen.
Which is what?
The Devil Inside.
Okay, yeah.
Which also came out in January 4 years ago. That was my 200th scary movie.
Well, was it filmed well?
No. Nothing was good
Then
about
how do
that
you
movie.
explain this? Do you want to know what I give this movie, Derek?
What do you give this movie?
I give it an 8 out of 10 spooks.
Wowie zowie.
It was good, man. I'm going to take Jessie to see this.
good.
You're going to go with me.
You know what?
So you want to watch it again, don't you?
You know what?
Do you?
7 out of 10 spooks.
What the fuck, Derek? I can't just change your... What made you change your mind? Because of what I really do?
No, because I was thinking about the pace again.
Well, now that we're talking about it, what's the largest gap we've ever had with our movies? Because you did the tallies for the best of worst of last year.
Biggest gaps between
Yeah,
ratings?
like something that maybe you gave really good reviews and I gave like very bad. Something like that.
Oh, just between us two?
Yeah.
I think the biggest gap we've ever had was 9 and 7 for It Follows.
I gave it a 9.
Yes.
I know I gave it a 9. Did you give it a 7?
I gave it a 7.
That's still good, man. 7 is great.
Yeah.
I'm just a 6 though, Derek. Shame
6
on
and a
you.
half.
Shame on you.
But no, I will give it a
I'll
7.
curse your family.
No.
With a living doll.
No.
A man-child inside your walls.
The doll just showed up after he died. We have no idea why.
Do you think about that? They had to make the doll. They had to do the whole thing. What was with the end of this movie where they like put together the doll? What the fuck was that?
It's so that he can just keep living. Just keep swimming.
I don't get it. What is another family going to pick up the doll and go, oh, we should take care of this doll,
That'd be nice.
or else get haunted? Hey, wait, no. Whoever buys the house next, right? Assuming he didn't die from getting stabbed with a screwdriver.
Yes.
He can, like, slip the doll and they'll be like, what's this doll? With the rules next to it.
Yes.
And if they don't follow it. That would be a terrible sequel, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Oh, boy.
The sequel to The Boy, The Man.
The Boy, too.
The angsty teen.
Oh, Jesus. It's like the movie Boyhood. Anyway.
No.
No, not at all? No? Okay. Well, Derek, tell the audience what we're going to watch next week.
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
No fucking way. That's
Yeah.
next week?
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Wait.
No. It's no, Derek.
Unless we do something in between.
We'd upload this on like the 24th. No, not the 24th. Probably way later in the week.
It'd still be like another 2 weeks.
So what are we going to do
Because
in
next
between?
Friday is the 30th.
What are we going to do in between then?
I don't
Probably this movie because we just uploaded one.
know. Sure.
When does Pride and Prejudice come out?
February 5th.
Hmm.
2 Fridays from now. We could do another movie in between, just
We
so you
could.
really don't want to hurt yourself.
I mean, I'm just not.
I don't
ready
want
for
you to
it.
find a really big rock and just walk into...
They did not put big rocks in their pockets. It was like a stone.
Those were big rocks, man.
They
They were like the
size.
size of his
He
head.
picked it up with one hand,
Yeah.
and they just put
He
it.
has
in their-
old man strength, petrified oak. I told you.
Explain the woman then.
She was Rosie the Riveter. I don't know.
No, Derek. I was picking up that doll all the time.
Yeah.
She got good shoulder muscles. Do you think they ever like interacted with the actual Bram?
I'm sure they did, whenever people weren't around.
So then, what was the doll routine for?
For other people.
So did they not do it when Bram was with them? Why did they even do it? Man, see, that's what I'm saying. How did it come to that?
6.5? No.
Fuck, Derek, I will fucking stab you with a screwdriver. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sticking with 7, actually.
Yeah, no, because a lot of... But like they said, he was odd. Maybe he was the one that wanted to do that. The child probably wanted to do it. I mean, he did kill a little girl in the woods.
Oh yeah, we forgot to say that.
That's not important.
I shot an old man in the kneecaps.
But it was in Florida, so it was okay.
So yeah, anyway, we might do Pride and Prejudice and Zombies next, or we might squeeze in another episode between
Yeah,
this and they.
And
But we are doing that movie.
yeah.
Brace
Yeah.
yourself.
And let us know in the comments if you're fucking ready for that movie. Because I don't think America's ready for that movie.
Britain is ready for that movie.
The world is not ready for this movie, Derek.
There was a book.
Yeah, but it didn't say zombies at the end of it.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Somebody mocked up Pride and Prejudice.
Oh,
and
no.
Zombies.
That's a real book?
Yeah, and then somebody
Oh.
else took another book by her and then added "and sea monsters" at the end.
That's awesome.
I gotta look it up
Holy
because
shit.
it was really funny.
Well, while you're looking that up, join us next week, everybody.
Whether Cody likes it or not.
Oh, Jesus.